the only time I've been an evening guest at a wedding, I didn't know what to do with myself in the day. So I thought everyone will be quite drunk, so I started drinking. And I turned up, I was the drunkest person at the wedding. Apart from James Acaster, who's on later.
I'd come from a pub crawl. Pub crawl to wedding. Pub crawl to wedding drinks.
James Acaster chipping in before 12 o'clock. But it's allowed. If I'm going to mention you and you're in the room, it's unfair not to.
No more rules.
James Acaster's not allowed to chip in. I can't believe he turned up to the wedding naked.
There's such a weird slide to go from pub crawl to wedding, and it's like you'd be like, oh, in the morning I was in Ibiza. Then I went on a pub crawl, then I went to a wedding, and then a funeral.
Then I had to go and do some vicaring. That's my normal job. People have learnt a lot from Beth's tweet. I think we can all say that one's been firmly dealt with.
That's fruitful.
Maybe in too much depth, if anything.
Josh Widdicombe Podcast.
XFM.
Jake Bug, XFM, and it is the final hour of the show. So, as always, well, let's see who's originally in the room. Let's start from the man who was here for the first hour.
Morning.
Producer Neil. Then we were joined by Joel Dommett.
Morning.
And finally, to create a four-piece band. Your name?
James Acaster from Kettering, Northamptonshire.
How are you, James?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. What, a good week?
Yeah, lovely week, thanks. Yeah.
Any?
I went to a wedding.
Did you?
Yeah, quite fitting. I went back home to a wedding.
Fun?
Yeah, loads of fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Yeah. Was it the one you'd been to the stag do for the week before?
No, so that's this Saturday. So I've had all sorts of So I did the stag do, went go karting on that, nearly cried.
That's a puncture for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible experience. And this weekend was just gone was a wedding of another friend.
Anyone you didn't like at that wedding?
You wouldn't say. There's one woman so tedious. So just really to be honest, Josh, I don't know why I married her. Hey, it was my wedding. Everyone was very nice. It wasn't my wedding. No, I'm very lonely.
Often people feel the most lonely after they've just got married.
Yeah. Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
That's a really great fact.
I don't know, I've just made that up.
Josh,
it sounds like the
that's
kind
from
of...
Josh, 5 marriages Widdicombe.
God, I'm lonely. That's nice. And you best man this weekend?
This weekend on Best Man, yeah.
Give us your best joke.
See, this is the thing, I haven't really got any jokes.
Speech?
Well, no, I've been working on the speech, but I haven't got many jokes in there.
What?
I know. Mate, I'm working on an Edinburgh show.
just
all my jokes are going into. I can't use it for a preview. I've got to kind of go up. I don't know. I've got a very nice speech planned, but I'll kind of join Best Man
because I'm Best Man in October for someone.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of pressure on the comedian Best Man.
Yeah. I've been Best Man before because I'm a very popular guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any jokes.
That's a problem when you get married.
Yeah. Well, let's just cross that bridge when we come to it. But I didn't put any jokes in the last one because I thought it was my brother's wedding. I thought I don't want to just act like I'm trying to steal the. And I think he appreciated it, but I was looking around at everyone in the room, and they were very no,
that's slow hand clap.
Yeah,
they were like, "What? This better be built into the best punchline ever." A minute, just saying how much you love your brother, you weirdo.
Oh well, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening that are thinking, "Can't wait for this speech."
Yeah, probably. And incidentally, if anyone's looking for a Best Man, I'm
who's going to give the driest speech in case
who's going to give a really earnest speech?
I mean, at least you weren't the master of ceremonies. That is, you're all bragging. I've done it twice. I've never done it. I didn't even do it at my own brother's wedding.
To be honest, actually, I haven't really worked on this speech. Joel, can I borrow that poem?
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
James Acaster.
Yeah.
We've already talked about weddings, James.
Yeah.
You sounded like a door slowly creaking open.
Yeah. Here's James Acaster. Never don't mind me.
What was that?
That'd be my catchphrase. I'd say, "Don't mind me" when I come into.
Don't mind me.
And then you leave again.
Didn't mind me. Now, James.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Yeah. Josh Aruna. Josh.
We would talk about weddings.
Yeah.
Also holidays wasted. Now you've got a tweet that you wanted to read out of Wasted Holiday.
Leanne Martin's one. She says, everyone thinks I was wasted on holiday. I think she's
She's used the word wasted wrong.
yeah, I think she's misunderstood. She said, what wasted holidays? It's like, well, a time I was mistaken for being wasted on holiday.
I had a few sambucas, if you know what I'm talking
That's
about.
what this is about, right? Brits, we get wasted on holiday, we love it. Everyone thinks I was wasted on holiday in Stockholm last year. I dislocated my elbow dancing to Def Leppard. I was sober.
Which is the one I liked? George Ann.
George Ann.
But at the bottom, presumably.
Oh, yeah.
Now, she did one for each. George Ann's a girl, presumably.
Yeah.
We're going with the Ann rather than the George as the leading.
It could
Yeah.
be like a double act.
George Ann.
It could be someone from Georgia. It could be a Georgian.
It's Michael Stipe.
Yeah. Athens, Georgia. That's where he's from. That is correct. Josh Widdicombe.
Yeah, bit of trivia.
New bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Neil, get on it.
Oh, yeah, I like by the way, Athens and Georgia, they're both places in America. Athens is in...
Yeah.
There's people at home going, he's a kind of Greek Georgian guy.
I was thinking that my geography is appalling. Athens, Georgia. What an idiot.
George Ann. When we were talking about George Ann, my worst wasted holiday, being forced to work at my mum's store while she went off for a proper holiday in Ibiza. That's actually genuinely quite depressing. I don't know what her mum's store was.
It could have been a really amazing store, you don't know.
Not in Georgia, mate.
Not in Georgia. Probably
Eastern
selling
Europe.
REM memorabilia. Listen to Everybody Hurts on a loop. All the parties set up in Ibiza.
I also like that George Ann has capped up the word Ibiza as if to make it more of a party island.
Yeah.
Or just shouting it really angrily. In Ibiza.
And George Ann's wedding story is there was a guy that kept sneezing in her food, which I don't think is a thing.
Yeah, it kept sneezing. That's quite...
Kept sneezing in my food. I mean, no one's actually...
I mean, directly
That's,
in the food?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Was it a
that's-
buffet scenario, do you think? Or
Yeah.
was it, I mean, you could go up... Anyway,
Just grabbing her across the table from every time he was grabbing her plate, moving it over to his face, sneezing in it. There you go.
Yeah, and then screaming, "Oh, Beaver!" And then carrying on.
That's for running the store badly when your mum was away.
James, that's weddings dealt with, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we can all say that you're pretty prepped for your best man speech.
Yeah, I can't wait just to stop the sneezing in the food and I'll be fine.
Yeah. Keep the sneezing down, mate. I'm trying to do a heartfelt speech. This is a speech by Joel Dommett's dead granddad.
You are welcome to it.
So one of his lesser known works.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
And now, James, the scrape master Acaster. So hit me with your scrape.
So, as I already said, I went back to Kettering for the wedding, my friend's wedding, and I had meant to buy new shoes and a tie in the week, and I didn't have time for the tie. I got the shoes, got them sorted.
How long does it take to buy a tie?
Well, I had planned it. Basically, I was going to buy a tie, and my housemate said, "You can buy one of mine." It's fine. But then in the morning when I had to leave for the wedding, he was still in bed, and I didn't want to wake him up because he had a long night, he had a big day ahead of him.
Did he have a girl in there?
I couldn't possibly comment. I thought, right, you know,
I don't know what that tie's been used for.
but I knew I was getting into Kettering an hour and a half before the wedding, so I was like, Saturday morning I can just buy one and then go to the wedding, it's fine. So I bought one from Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. And I have never tied a tie before.
What?
I've never done it. Never.
Why not?
28 years old.
What about school?
yeah.
Did you have an elastic one?
In school, we had polo shirts and jumpers.
Wow,
That's what you wear now.
But not changed.
So if you had gone to a school where they'd worn like a tie and white shirt, is that what you'd be walking
That'd
around
probably
with
be
now?
my image. I don't want to change after school. I don't want to get in trouble.
Best days of your life.
Bump into one of my teachers and get a slip home to my parents when I'm in my 30s.
You've tied a tie, haven't you, Joel?
Yeah, I've tied them many a time, but then I learnt that task in school.
Yeah.
So, like, is that the thing that if you don't learn it in school, you'll never learn to do
It's
it?
like I'm a weak swimmer and it's too late for me to take proper lessons.
Yeah. Well, that's quite sad.
All right, at least I can tie a tie, mate.
Yeah, well, good luck tying a tie underwater. Which you have to do to get your bronze certificate.
I'll easily be underwater because I can't swim very well.
Yeah, good point. Tying the tie wouldn't really help.
Made me realise that school is very important. Very important.
I also can't spell, read, or write.
I've told you this before, James, that I missed the days at school where they started teaching me AM and PM, and I missed those days at school, so I had to teach to myself after school, but I taught it the really bad way to myself, and so
How much teaching does it take?
Well, I honestly, you just remember a thing to make it easy for you. I remember it. I go, AM stands for afternoon, but no, it doesn't. And that's still honestly the remember I remember. It just takes ages to remember.
The reason Joel missed that day is he turned up at 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, but still with a tie on, mate.
But that's all they did at school overnight. It's just the janitor teaching people how to tie their ties. Anyway,
So, you've never tied a tie?
I've never tied a tie.
Unbelievable.
I bought this tie, now I've got to tie it. No one's at the wedding yet. It's still too early.
Why you were so coy when I said, do you want to go for a Thai buffet?
So I decided what I would do that I would so I obviously went on my phone, googled tying a tie.
Oh, amazing!
Put that into Google.
You got like one of those YouTube videos.
Well, I got step-by-step pictures, right?
Unbelievable.
With the descriptions underneath.
Was there like little kids doing it in the videos, just like laughing at you?
Yeah, really taught it.
You never had a job interview?
Yeah, but I've never worn a tie for a job interview. I've always had job interviews in kitchens and stuff. Been fine.
Yeah.
So I got it up on my phone. Now, I was then very conscious of where to go to tie the tie, because I'm currently now I'm out in the open. I don't want to be.
So where were you? Like Kettering High Street?
I was now, Kettering High Street, out in the open. I didn't want to be looking at my phone and tie a tie in the street in a suit. So I thought I'm gonna have to go somewhere private. So I thought what I'll do is I saw TK Maxx, but I'll go in the fitting rooms there.
Amazing!
Why
have you done that?
They've got mirrors. They've got mirrors, and it's private. Right? You think of many other private places?
Did you walk in? And they were like, "How many items have you got?" None.
Well, no, Joel. I knew this. I knew that I couldn't get in without an item. So I grabbed a shirt. I grabbed a shirt off the racks at TK Maxx. I didn't even look at it. Just grabbed it out on my way in. Went to the lady. She gave me like a token that said 1 on it. Went in, got the phone up, put the shirt I just grabbed just straight up on the rack, not putting that on. So I was going through the steps, and I tell you what, when you haven't ever tied a tie before, it is hard. It's really difficult. I was going through each step. There was one bit I could not get my head around.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, the tie was around my head, but it's on my forehead. That was the problem. I was just in too late into the wedding. So I've been in there for way too long at this point as well. I was thinking to myself, I should have got more shirts, because she would believe that I would take this long to get changed. I've been here for ages trying on one shirt. This is ridiculous. Eventually, I tied the tie properly. So
that's good.
Put my coat on. Came out. And I gave her the shirt, and she said, "Any good?" And I went, "No." She went, "What are you looking for?" She called over one of her assistants. I just went, "Oh, she can show you. He's looking for a blue shirt," and I ended up buying a shirt. I didn't even want.
What did you take it to the wedding?
I just put it. Well, I had a bag with me, so I was there for the weekend anyway. So I just put it in my bag.
Well, that is amazing.
Did anyone else used to go to sleep in their school uniform?
No. Only during double maths, eh, guys?
But then the rest of us didn't go to school overnight, Joel.
I did. I used to wake up because I had to get up so early. I used to get into my uniform, and then I'd shower before bed, and then get into my uniform, and then sleep in my uniform, and then just get straight out of bed and go to school.
Blimey.
That's not sure if that is the best way to do it.
Well, I think that's ties dealt with.
Josh Widdicombe Podcast
XFM. That was the XX on XFM, and that's more difficult to say than I thought it would be. they didn't think about that when they named the band, did they? Now is your chance to plug. Joel, you've got half an hour. No, you have 30 seconds. Sorry,
I've got a poem.
I want you to plug. It's the time is currently, just coming up to midnight. So, Joel, you now have 30 seconds to plug. Are you ready?
Here we
you
go.
started.
Oh, we
You haven't got a
started.
choice.
Oh no! Oh, I've already lost out on a few secs. Everyone shortens seconds to sex, right, guys?
Did you learn that when you learned AM and PM? Is that how you remember seconds?
Oh no! Oh, I'm so rushed. So things to plug. I will be touring in February next year. Go on my website joeldommett.com and join my mailing list and just my Twitter and stuff. And go and see Josh Widdicombe and James Acaster in Edinburgh.
It's all right, isn't it?
Very good. I did
Done my
you.
job for
Very
me.
nice. Very kind.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. I think it's really going to matter.
I think that's. I mean, I don't need to plug now. Joel's done the job for me. James, 30 seconds begins now.
You can buy tickets to my Edinburgh show online. Just put James Acaster Edinburgh Fringe into Google. You'll probably find it there. You can also learn how to tie a tie on Google if you want to. That's a good tip. Also, tickets for my autumn tour are now available, and you can go on my website jamesacaster.com and find out where I'm touring in the autumn. And
Where are you
also if you want to hear a good best man speech, get down to Scotland. I obey the rules. I respect it. I'm not going to carry on talking after the end of it.
Oh, thank you for coming in, Joel.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. It's really been an absolute delight.
It's been a hoot.
Mm.
Thank you, James.
Cheers, man.
And all right, fine.
Well, thanks. Cheers. Thank you, Josh.
And good luck tying a tie.
Cheers, mate.
And a great final song this week. It's off Imagine. Do you know, James?
Don't know what the last song I imagine is, no.
It's Oh Yoko.
Oh, yes.
Good song, isn't it?
Brilliant song. It's actually, if you are a fan of Yoko Ono, come and see my Edinburgh show, because I talk about her a lot. Yeah, extra plug.